All right, LSU, the SEC division champs last year, SEC West. They went 11-5. They're finally back after a little bit of a hiatus for a few years. They started out of the gate winning the first three SEC titles, SEC West titles, and then they kind of fell off a little bit. So it's nice to see them back. Last year they were led by the graduate senior transfer Wesley Terry, but they did draft John Fox in the draft to be the future quarterback. So this year they're going to turn to him with that offense. Losing Figueroa was a big, big blow, and so I was kind of surprised they didn't look to a running back. This draft had a lot of running backs, but maybe the defensive back. Well, obviously the defensive back gap was a little bit bigger because both their first and second round picks ended up being cornerbacks, and so they're really going to lock in on that DBs. And I don't blame them if you consider who they're playing. You're looking at an Alabama team right on your heels, and they have the second most explosive offense in the NCAA. So what do? You go get some players that can stop it. And what they did was they took James Walsh at 27th pick in the first round, and they took Edward Solom in the second round at 28. So let's start with Walsh. Fast guy, 91 speed. Anytime you can get a blazer at DB this late in the first round, you're looking good. The reason why I think he fell was because of his man coverage. He's not the best technique guy when it comes to mirror and coverage. He's only got a 50 future, but he does have some room to grow with that 48 vol, so that could go up and it could even reach the 70s if he booms enough. But he does have good bump and run for this guy. 79 bump and run is more than enough that you need. Run defense 74. Tackling, he's a really good tackler, which goes against a lot of these players that we've been looking at the corner position with the 89. So there's a lot to like about Walsh. Just unfortunate his man coverage is lower than you would like. Not a very intimidating player when it comes to punish, and so you're not going to see as many knockdowns or incomplete passes coming at him in traffic as you would a normal, good punish guy. With all that said, I think Walsh is a solid player with that speed and some of those attributes. He's going to be a sure tackler, and I think he'll definitely add to that defense, which is lacking at the position. And you go to the second round, they take another guy with a lot of speed, Edward Solom, who's got 90 speed and 83 acceleration. So both the guys are really fast and quick. And then this guy, Solom's a lot stronger. He's got 84 strength, so you're looking at a guy that won't get moved off the ball, especially in the run game. But unfortunately for Solom, he's kind of like some of those other guys we talked about with Jesse James and some of the guys that don't have that good tackle. He's only got a 24 future on tackle, and his man coverage is very similar to Walsh. It's 58 on the future, but he's maxed out on bump and run, which I really like. The good thing about Solom is he comes with a high vol 98, so a lot of these attributes with the blue have a lot of room to grow, and I think that his upside is a lot higher than Walsh's. So if you look at a guy like Solom and he booms, he could actually overtake Walsh and be the starter, especially if that tackle can get up into the the 50s or 60s and really give him an opportunity to be a big playmaker, because I think that his man coverage, bump and run, and zone will all go up enough that he'll be really good. So I like this pick. I think it was a high upside pick. Unfortunately, if he doesn't boom with that high vol, he's going to be a wasted roster spot, and he's going to be making some good coin, for that second round slot. So this is one of those hit or miss picks. But I think you put the two pair together and you've added some talent to that DB group, especially with that speed. You can probably get some value just out of the speed alone if they don't hit. So yeah, I thought they did a nice job. Sloth gave them a C. He wasn't very excited about either guy, whereas I gave them a B. Like I've said before, I'm a big DB guy, and so taking chances on DB is something that I think is worth the risk, and so I gave them a good grade just on the fact that they were able to land two very athletic, fast guys.